So today I'm going to be talking about what I learned from someone else's gameplay. And the person that I'm going to focus in on today is Patricia. I'm going to give her a shout out. So she was in my group of 5 for the scavenger hunt, and she was the minority, the person who knew where the location in Nice was that we had to go to. Now, of course, going into this game, me and my other teammates had no idea that Patricia knew exactly where we would go to win this prize, or win the competition, excuse me. But she was so persuasive in the way that she communicated that information to us that it even convinced me that, yeah, this totally bullshit thing, of course I did not know at the time that it was bullshit, but in theory this bullshit thing, I believed because of how rational it was explained to me. It also made me realize that I like it when people are very rational with me and just show me the facts and lay it out. I guess that's my inner engineer coming out, or a business person or whatever, but I like data to deal with. So the way Patricia went about this, which I thought was super clever, was that she was basically like, okay, look at all these locations. What do they all have in common? They all have some form of art, right? Now, look at this map that they gave us. Now, why would they give us this map if we couldn't use it, right? Because none of the locations that were in the puzzle were on the map. But she's like, okay, but look how when you fold this piece of paper, the very center happens to be on the Museum of Contemporary Art. And not only that, but this place is not in the puzzle. So based on that logic, I was like, okay, well, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, this scavenger hunt was meant to be a game, and it would be way too easy if all you had to do was go and take selfies at places that you decipher using a code. So I was like, yeah, Patricia seems right, to my teammates. Unfortunately, some of my other teammates weren't as convinced by her bullshit logic as I was, and were like, no, that's silly, she's just randomly drawing a conjecture together. So there was a lot of back and forth on that, but Patricia really, really stood her ground and was like, no, you guys, I think it's just worth it to just go there first and take a selfie there. So I'm like, you know what, I totally agree with her. And finally, our other group members gave in. We ended up going there. But on the way, we saw another museum, so Patricia humored us, and we all took a selfie at this other museum that was on our puzzle decoder, and then finally we took a selfie in front of the Museum of Contemporary Art. I learned a lot from Patricia that day, and not that I ever underestimated her, because I always knew that she was a very genuine, good person, but I didn't realize that she was that clever, and when she had to think of something on the spot, her having not seen that puzzle either. So that's what I learned from today's scavenger hunt in regards to Patricia in particular.